Hey you guys, so I wanted to come on here and briefly discuss some situations and events going on in some of the social media spaces and give my thoughts per usual requests. And an interesting fact that a lot of you guys don't know about me is that I am a huge fan of track and field. In high school, I lettered my freshman year in track. I was actually a sprinter, and my signature race was the 100 and the 4x1. Those were my favorite, and I always swore that no one could beat me at that. And that's the reason why I wanted to talk about Sha'Carri Richardson. I'm aware of everything that has happened to her over these past few weeks, and it makes me extremely sad for her because she did lose her mother prior to the 100-meter trials, and so I could not even imagine trying to carry on a facade like everything is okay when your inner self is not properly aligned and emotionally you're in a major state of instability. That type of turmoil has the capacity to adversely impact your performance, not just on the field, but in any walk of life. However, I did come across an article from Atlanta Black Star where Sha'Carri will be participating at the Prefontaine meet, and I'm looking forward to seeing her continue her passion, and she isn't letting the disqualification from the Olympics slow her down. So the article starts off by saying, despite not being able to run at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics due to failing a drug test, Sha'Carri Richardson will be making her way back to the track in about a month. On August 21st, Richardson is attending the Prefontaine Classic track meet in Oregon, where she will line up in the starting blocks in a race that she's known to dominate, the 100 meters. In addition to that, she will be running 200 meters. I'm looking forward to running fast and putting on a show, she said in a press release. The 21-year-old is currently waiting out a 1-month suspension after she tested positive for marijuana. Hours after the devastating news broke the internet, Richardson appeared on the Today Show to explain her side of things. She shared that she took the drug in order to cope with her mother's recent death. Here's the thing, while I am upset by the decision for Sha'Carri not being able to participate in the Olympics, I have to say that it really is more of a loss on their end than it is ours. I'm not sure if you guys watch track and field on a regular, but I know of other instances where Black female athletes have been suspended under very unusual circumstances. There was a situation where 2 runners from Namibia, which is a country in southern Africa, experienced a similar situation. Christine Mboma and Beatrice Asalingi were found to have naturally high levels of testosterone in their systems, which surpasses the normal limit that the Women's Athletic Board apparently have set in place. Christine had an amazingly fast time of 48.54 in the 400-meter run, and Beatrice had a time of 49.53 in that same event. Coincidentally, it's 2 Black female athletes that have this problem. And I don't know if you guys know this, but there was another woman by the name of Mogadi Castor Semenya who was found to have naturally high elevated levels of testosterone in her system. They wanted her to take medication in an attempt to suppress her testosterone, which is beyond excessive. And if that wasn't bad enough, that same World Athletics Organization decided to implement rules that would have prevented Semenya from running in the distance events that year. And the common denominator in each of these events is that they involve Black athletes. I'm not saying other categories of people don't have occurrences that mirror Black female athleticism being weaponized against them. However, it happens at exceptionally higher rates in our community. And this is undeniable, but I think something else we should pay attention to are the efforts and lengths that the Olympics are going through to ensure Black female oppression is at an all-time high. Not too long ago, I saw something where the Olympics are now trying to ban swim caps for Black women in their natural hair, and they're doing the most this year with showing their true colors. But again, none of this comes as a surprise to me. The Olympics, just like the NFL, the NBA, and any type of other similar organization, are corrupt, tyrannical organizations that contribute to oppression through their rules. Rules that disproportionately present a disadvantage towards Black athletes, whether it be their aesthetic or their voices for social injustices. It does not matter because these corporations are there to use Black athleticism for entertainment and nothing more. But refocusing back on Sha'Carri, again, it has to be difficult to try and face everyday realities when one of your biggest supporters makes that transition, and my heart does go out to her. Hopefully she is able to find the healing and happiness she needs in order to cope with such an unfortunate loss. But I do want to shift gears for a moment and talk about this bad, independent, strong black woman by the name of Kevin Samuels. Now, some of you have been requesting that I speak about him. I don't know much about him other than the fact that his views are problematic, and surprisingly, he seems to have a large following. And I think he's supposed to be one of those relationship people who talk like they think they know what's best to have a secure, successful, and strengthened foundation for what qualities your partner should have. Now, I was sent a video where he was asking this man what he brought into a relationship. Now, some of you may have heard or watched this video. Kevin took it upon himself to inquire about this man's endowment in order to satisfy a woman in his list of questions, which I found to be unorthodox because I don't know too many men who would outright ask that question. And then he tells a man that he, I guess, is well endowed himself. What I find to be sad and pathetic about this interaction is that while he thought he was paying himself a compliment, all he did was objectify himself. He reduced relationships down to physical attributes and characteristics. I did watch another video of his, and I noticed that his talking points are eerily identical to black female content creators on YouTube. So this man is clearly plagiarizing content and reverse engineering rhetoric to suit his own narrative. And it confirms that he does not seem to be in possession of any originality. So pretty much everything about this man is disingenuous. But I want to play this small audio clip of him talking, and you guys may find some comedic relief to it, but again, it is something I find to be eccentric and rather strange that he has such a large following.
You got a big dick? Huh? You have a big dick?
I mean, it's above average. I ain't no Ron Jeremy.
No. I asked you if you had a big dick. I didn't say it was above average.
I don't know what that is, really.
Nigga, you know if you got a big dick or not. Stop the bullshit. Every dude know whether or not he got a big dick. I know I got a big dick. You don't know?
I know for a fact that he would be the last one I sought out relationship advice from, especially because when you take a look at this picture, he appears to be sitting pretty and trying to show he's the baddest bitch, which I thought Trina already had the title, but he apparently had time to challenge Trina today. I think with that audio, we really shouldn't be taking anything this man says seriously. I question his credentials, and even if somehow he managed to hold a degree from some prestigious university or college, then I would have to call into question the credibility of these educational institutions because they are giving degrees out at this point without establishing prerequisites like a proper evaluation of that person's competency to speak on subjects, especially with his evident theft of concepts from black female content creators. I don't know too much more about this man. I had to Google who he was just to find him, and that's all I have to say about Miss Independent. But I do want to close this out by paying respect to Biz Markie. He did unfortunately pass away today, and he paved the way for rap today. And really, this has been a tumultuous and arduous decade so far. And with everything going on, I hope everyone stays healthy and continues to monitor their loved ones because it is so real out here. And more than anything, we need to hold on tight to each other. But in the meantime, please let me know your thoughts on the following situations. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. And I'll talk to you in the next one.